Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Rob. What a pleasure to have you here at Living the Gourmet. Thank you.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is just a pleasure to be on here.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let me just introduce you to my readers. Here at Living the Gourmet, we have on the line Rob Mondavi, fourth generation Napa Valley winemaker and style expert. And you're joining us from your beautiful South Carolina home?
Absolutely. This is our retreat. You know, our main residence, of course, is in Napa Valley, being a fourth generation winemaker. But my wife has southern roots here out of Charleston, and we found this beautiful little retreat in South Carolina, and just absolutely love the Low Country.
Oh, I have not had the pleasure of ever going to South Carolina, but I hear it's absolutely beautiful. So it's on my list of things to do.
Well,
I would like to talk to you now about summer entertaining. And here at Living the Gourmet, we have been talking a lot about putting together the perfect summer gathering. And I think part of that is because the winter has been so long and we're all eager to get outdoors. So maybe you can give us some of your tips on how to put together the perfect summer soiree and some living trends for 2015.
you know, absolutely, and I agree with you. After a long, cold winter, we want to be outside. And what we did here in our beach house in South Carolina is we were very thoughtful. You know, being a fourth generation winemaker, we were very green, and we were very thoughtful about how we chose to create our outdoor deck. You know, one of the first things we did is we chose this beautiful color island mist down here as our composite decking, and we partnered with Trex. Now, the color selections are beautiful. Well, why is that important? Because we wanted to be able to move between outdoor and indoor seamlessly. We also had a couple fun design features in order to incorporate that outdoor living. We put a beautiful cocktail rail around the screened-in porch so that guests, as they're mingling and walking about, can just gently set a glass down and relax and not fumble and not feel as if they're uncomfortable and wondering where to put something. Outdoor living goes just beyond, though, and we screened in our porch. You know, as you're down in low country in some areas in the summer and the spring, some bugs come up, and we wanted to maximize our outdoor space by screening this in. So all of this combined with the fact that we are very green and we wanted the products that we use to not only be recyclable, meaning that they were made with, you know, these wonderful milk jugs and plastic bags that fill our landfills, we made a choice to select this product, this composite decking, because of how green it is, how maintenance-free it is, and how long it lasts. And one of the best parts is we've got a gorgeous little 4-year-old who runs around bare feet all the time out here, no splinters. And I'll tell you, if you've ever had to wrestle your child to pull a splinter out, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now, so the fact that the porch is screened in, would that account for weather? Because I know when I plan a party, one of the things in the back of my mind is always the weather.
You know, the weather is wonderful, and out here in the southeast we can have some thunderheads. We can also have beating and grinding sun. It's part of the charm of the area. And that's, again, to me, it comes down to your selections and the furniture that we selected as an example. All of our furniture, once again, is composite. We wipe it down or give it a quick rinse, and everything is perfect and ready to go. And it has that same kind of longevity of 25 years or more. So those product selections are really well thought. And again, a screened-in porch or an overhang, when you're designing your area, will allow you to skip having to worry about inclement weather, because you can come into the porch and you don't have to worry that you're going to be rained on or having too much of a wind. So really those type of selections and those type of design features are really key. We had a lot of great ideas actually come from the internet and from, I'm sure, even some of your listeners as well. And if you think about when you have Pinterest and House, and you can follow us on mondavihome.com, you can see how we created this, and it's because we had ideas from, you know, folks like you and your viewers.
Yes, and I did see you have a beautiful home, absolutely stunning. Now, what about nighttime? What do you suggest for parties that go into the evening?
Well,
I'm sure you have suggestions for that.
You know, now we're really starting to get into my comfort zone and into my wheelhouse. Well, you know, we love to start a party early, and we think about this because we want people to enjoy the sunset. So one of the first things we do is we make certain that we have our champagne chilled. We have my personal favorite, my Spellbound Chardonnay, cold in the refrigerator. We pre-plan for these events. We think about, and of course, you know, you being in the gourmet sector here, what type of local ingredients, what type of fresh fruits, vegetables, or shrimp can we use to really accent the area and to keep things fresh and alive. But really, pre-planning is one of the most important things that you can do as a host. If you are comfortable and everything's organized, your guests will feel that and they will be comfortable and they'll feel happy as well. To transcend from day to sunset to evening, I actually like to enlist the help of one of my guests. Ask them to light the candles or to turn on your beautiful, low voltage LED lighting. And one of the reasons I like low voltage lighting is you can gently uplight trees very easily and very simply at home. Creating ambiance is so important. Having markers between the sunset and the next phase of your party, popping a cork of a new bottle of wine or on the champagne really marks that. A change in music. How are you going to plan? Take a few days and be well thought. Allow your guests to enjoy because you are organized and you're enjoying the party as well.
Oh, that's so important because I know that when you're planning a party and giving a party, you try to keep it where you can enjoy your guests and they remember you as part of the party, not being far and away and not being part of it.
And it
and the
is.
music,
It's so
as
hard.
you say, is very important too. You have to have the right music with the right people, and that is a very big part of it.
It
as
really
well as
is.
the food.
And the food is to me wonderful. And now when we're entertaining, we tend to keep foods a little bit lighter, very al fresco and wonderful. Of course, having some great cheese, being a wine family, but really finding local, sustainable, and farm to table ingredients is really key.
Oh well, I would like you to give one more suggestion
Oh, yes.
about the latest outdoor trends this season for
Well,
planning the party. What would you say are the latest outdoor trends for the parties?
the latest outdoor trends that I'm seeing for the party are really falling into what are your wine selections and how are you showing your friends that you can find beautiful, sustainable products. So wine selections, let's talk about that. People are gravitating towards Prosecco. It's for those of you who have not tried it, it's a very
Yes.
a slightly lighter and more fruit forward style of champagne, if you will. Even though they're very different, you can think of them almost parallel. But it's just a little lighter, a little more accessible, and that pop of a cork and the bubbles in a glass feel wonderful. Don't be afraid to use a regular wine glass with champagne or Prosecco. I think that's great. And again, we mentioned on it just a moment ago, and I'm sure you talk a lot about it as well. Local and fresh ingredients. Having fresh cut peaches or seasonal vegetables on the table, light,
Yes.
fresh. When you're not heavy, you want to keep partying and having a great time. I love looking into Pinterest. I love looking into House. I love looking into our website, Mondavi Home. Find those ideas. If you really want to get into design, go after finding a really good partner like Trex.com and see the hippest and latest designs and the designers that they're working with to see what you can do to change your home into an oasis as well. There's so many wonderful opportunities.
And people are entertaining at home now. It's maybe years ago people were doing things out and renting a hall, a catering hall.
Yes.
But I find it so much nicer to entertain at home.
I love entertaining
and to have
at
your
home.
home
Absolutely.
turned into a place that is so comfortable to have the guests come in and entertain.
Yeah, I do.
Don't you find that?
I really do. And one trick that we've really enjoyed is, we have a 4-year-old and we try to have a sitter come to the house if we're having people over to help a little bit. And what's really great about that is they get to enjoy your family's children get to enjoy guests that are coming over, and it just makes it a really wonderful and conducive area. And I love that we're able to talk about this now and how we can use outdoor space to live well and to entertain. Always make certain that you have a toast. Think about what you want to say to your guests. A toast can really mark a moment, and if you do have the opportunity to do that at sunset, and like we talked about before, change the music a little bit and make it a little more upbeat, what a great way to allow the party to continue into the evening.
For certain. And I just want to wrap up and tell you that your family has been a part of my family, and we've enjoyed the Mondavi wine throughout my lifetime. So, and when you mentioned the peaches, I can remember my grandfather cutting a beautiful big peach and putting it and soaking it in the wine.
Oh,
So I don't know if that was part of your family, but
absolutely,
that,
and that
you
is
did that, but
That is
You
great to
have been a
do.
part of my family, too.
That's a great trick that you have there. Something so simple and beautiful, a fresh cut peach with a Moscato and letting that soak and just a little sprig of mint on top. That is absolutely delicious. Or even taking a glass of Prosecco with a little slice of peach in it. Make it fun. Enjoy wine. Enjoy the outdoor living. That's very astute.
Exactly. And that's how you make memories.
Absolutely.
And that's how you make memories.
Yeah. Well, I thank you so much for having me today. I greatly appreciate it. Enjoy us on social media. Check us out on Pinterest, House, Mondavi.com, MondaviHome.com. And again, thank you so much and cheers to you.
Oh, it was a pleasure. It was my pleasure. And thank you for being part of Living the Gourmet. I'm sure my readers will enjoy this. And I certainly did. And it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so
and
much.
all the best to you.
Thank you.